it?
It'd be okay.
Yeah, that's why I kind of figured I'd go up and see my great niece tomorrow because I'm not supposed to be here. This is a figment of your imagination.
Yeah, she's not supposed to be here.
Yeah. Morning, everybody. Lock around the table on Sunday, December 3rd.
It is the
It's
3rd.
the 3rd day of December. God,
It
does
is.
time fly. The little elves and the snowflake are here.
I am a snowflake.
And episode
lately.
number 171. You've been a little flaky lately.
I have been a little flaky lately.
Yeah. I haven't been. I've been the other side. I've been melting them.
You've been this week melting snowflakes.
Anyway, Deb and Sue, we're here on the normal
again.
day again. I'm an elf today, but I'm going to take it off because it really makes these glasses really do so much for my eyesight.
Well, I think it brings out your complexion.
Yeah, it really sharpens out. So they're off. They're coming. But I have my Jester pen.
It goes with my hat.
It does. Yeah. Look at
my funky little 3 pom-pom hat.
I love that pom-pom hat. It's the best. She's working on the pattern, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Hi, South Georgia. Hi there. How you doing?
I've been wearing this out lately.
Delaware.
I haven't got any weird comments
California.
on it yet.
Wow. I like it. I'm sure people are looking at it going,
what in the flying flock of birds
is stuck on her head?
Yeah, I'm sure.
I happen to think it's amazing because it's handmade and I was here while she was doing it and the stitch markers really do it. And when you decide that you don't want to wear it or play with it anymore, you can either sell it with the stitch markers or hell, you can just cut the yarn and just take them out.
I think this is one that's just going to stay in my hat repertoire.
I think so. It's very her.
It's very goofy.
Yeah. Now, do you wear that out with Jamie?
Yes.
Cool.
Absolutely.
I would wear it with Mikey and he would walk 10 feet in front of me.
Oh, no, Jamie doesn't care.
Yeah.
But Jamie's, he's got his Musselburgh on.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah. Mikey's a little bit different.
I did just kind of make this up as I went along, guys. This is, I've said that I'm going to write the pattern up for it, but don't hold your breath because
it'll be something.
I doubt that. Now, this one I already have the pattern written for, but I didn't have photos of the finished project, and my daughter lost the hat.
Right. That's when you send up there.
So I'm making it again.
Right.
So that I can have photos of it.
Well, if we decide to use your daughter as our
I'm
model,
not sending it to her until after I've taken some photos of it.
I agree. But what we should do is we might have to go up and take the pictures ourselves.
I'm putting a tracking device on the next one that I send up to her for fucking photos.
They have those.
I'm gonna put an Apple AirPod tracker on it.
There you go. Then you can have that hanging on the back, and somebody's like, you have a tracker on your phone. Yeah, my mother wants to keep track of me.
Oh, well, speaking of Tori, so you'd asked if I talked to her lately, and I had. I talked to her just yesterday. Maybe it was just yesterday or the day before, whatever. She got a tattoo. And so I know I should show you. I want your reaction.
A tattoo.
So she's been talking about getting a tattoo for a long time. And for the longest time, she wanted to have a tattoo that encompassed her great grandmas.
Okay.
Her great grandparents.
Okay.
So she made nicknames up for everybody when she was little.
Okay.
So my dad's parents, so my actual grandparents, so to my daughter it was great grandparents, were Grandpa Olive, Grandpa Cherry and Grandma Olive.
Oh, really?
Because they drank martinis in Manhattans.
Nice.
Okay.
Right.
And then Jamie's grandma that was living when Tori was living, she had a fixation with birds. So she wanted to get a tattoo of a bird somehow or another with an olive branch and a cherry.
Oh, okay.
But to make it decent looking.
Right.
And she could never figure out, how to do that and it not look cheesy.
Right.
So when she told me she got a tattoo, I was thinking, so you finally figured out how to do cherries and olive branch and a bird, and it wasn't like really weird.
Uh-huh.
Nope. She got a tattoo of a cat sitting on some books, which is totally my daughter because she's a huge reader.
Oh, yeah,
and she loves her kitty cats.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like she got some little thing and she put it on her hip, or up her shoulder or something. No, not my daughter.
Don't tell me she got it.
Bless her heart.
She didn't get it someplace real.
Oh no, it's on her arm. But it is.
Oh, that's okay. All right.
It's like it's not colored in. So
No.
she just
Is
has.
she gonna get a colored in?
Yeah.
Ow!
It's like the upper portion. It's like the full upper portion of her sleeve. Let me see if.
There. Kind of hard to tell. Kind of glares out.
Yeah, it does totally glare out. It's a cat sitting on some books with a crescent moon behind the cat and flowers and whatnot on the bottom by the books.
Nicely done, though.
Yeah, very nicely done. This is...
She got another one?
No, this is her roommate. Her roommate got this tattoo. Well, so her roommate... I'm not sure what it's called, but it's where you have an animal and then you put something else inside of it. And it's called something. So people do, like a fish inside of a cat or whatever.
So it's supposed to be like...
It represents another thing.
Right.
So she does all cats, but inside of it is something that reminds her of a person. Of a different person.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is the reminder of Tori.
Oh.
So inside this one is lilacs.
Oh.
Inside of the cat.
And again, she's going to get that colored in.
And then because Tori is such a dang talker.
Right.
My daughter's a talker. She has the cat facing outwards talking.
True. When Tori and I are in the same room, forget it. Unless she's got her nose in the book. Once her nose is in a book, I can just keep babbling, and which really works
she's already
great.
gone. She's already gone into another world.
She's gone, and I get to get it all out. So Tori, we love you because that's how it's wonderful. But next time when we want her, because she does photograph very well, and she's really cute. Yeah. And if we use her for a model, we'll just have to do a road trip.
Yeah, I'm not letting it out of my sight. Or like I said, I'm just going to put in.
Yeah. Unless you don't intend to get it back. Well, she probably forgets.
I didn't intend to get the other one back.
Yeah,
I just wanted the pictures. Photos.
Yeah.
Just send me the photo. She's very knit-worthy.
Yeah. As a rule.
She's very knit-worthy.
When we went to Alaska, she had on her Hohi Locatelli that these guys got the yarn at Rhinebeck and Sue made. And that was the one point in time that I have to admit, 90 inches.
90 inches.
Was amazing. Now, granted, I think 90 is a bit much. 72 would be okay for me. I'm only 60 inches.
But you can't go 3 times around.
Well, I don't need 3 times. 2 times is enough. Let me tell you, 3 times I'd be like, help! I'm drowning underneath my cow,
I don't think 90 inches is that long.
It's like Sharon made this really pretty cow, and it was a sockhead cow.
You can drape 90 inches and it still doesn't hit the floor without going around.
Even me. But I'm 60 inches forever in my head. I know at the doctor's office I'm not 60 inches unless I've got big shoes on, and even then they tell you to take your shoes off when you're at your physical. Yes, Friday I had my physical, and he made me take my shoes off so he could do the measuring of my head. And it was a new guy. I'd never seen him before. He's just a temp.
You're supposed to wear your shoes and fluff your hair up.
And so he brings his thing down on my head, and I go with my shoes on. And I said, don't even tell me. He goes, I said, I'm 60 inches. And if anybody ever tells me that I'm shorter than that, I said, I'm going to take him out. because I worked really hard. It took me fucking forever to get 60 inches and 3/8 of an inch, so I didn't have to drive with a pillow. I had a restriction on my thing.
So, Elaine Massey says that she just came from a trip to Four Pearls at the Twisted Soap Company across the street.
Enjoyed it.
Awesome.
And Jeanette from Australia.
Did you meet Carlos?
Oh, yeah, Carlos is her son. Really nice young man. And she, like I said, she's moved from the smaller one to 2 over. So she's got like a shop that's twice size. Amazing little shop. It's so fun. I hope you got something really crazy like Booger Busters.
Right.
Yeah, it's that nose thing that you suck up.
Yeah, or you know, the
Jeanette in Australia, what day is it and what time is it? Okay, we had this discussion yesterday. Day before, day after. I mean, you may be on the side of the date line that maybe, I don't know, does it go around us? No, it goes through Australia. It's on this side. I don't know. Even does the date line even affect you? We have that stupid time change every year. Daylight in March and November, the daylight savings and the something else. And go across the ocean with that.
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous.
Okay, because you guys,
I can't tell what time it is
when we went
here on regular land.
Yeah, in April when we went, England changed the week before we changed. I lost so much sleep going over there because you turn it forward.
Yeah.
But this time coming back, we got it all back. So I got all my sleep back when we came back from Rome.
Yeah.
So anyway, the reason I'm not going to the Caribbean, so anybody who is in Dominique and Barbados and Tobago,
the ocean don't care about time change. It's Sunday night at 11:15. Oh my gosh, and you're still awake. Bless your heart.
I love it, Jeanette. Thank you. That's cute. Yeah.
And Elaine says that she saw the Booger Buster,
and the shampoo bars are great. Believe me, they travel wonderful. What you need to do is, and I should email her at Buff City. They have these little bags that you put the soap in, and you can use it. They're amazing.
Oh,
They're
I kept the one that I got from you, and I just put new bars
in it, and it's great for the shampoo because it dries, and then you can use that to kind of do your scalp thing. And so and they're kind of fun. So yeah. And they do have really stuff. I just happened to find really a Booger Buster. And of course I had to share that with
or Farm Fresh butt nuggets.
Yeah, but because we had just talked about butt nuggets, and then they had the container for butt nuggets. It was it was serendipity. Perfect. It was like, actually I was thinking of that since I don't get to go to Caribbean. I thought maybe I'd buzz down to Florida, go to Disney for a day or two.
Jamie was in our cup cupboard.
Okay.
And getting down the vases for me to make the flower arrangements around my house.
We had our
yesterday
Christmas party yesterday.
Yeah, we had a Christmas party yesterday. And he came across my Buzz Lightyear cup, and he goes, "Can we throw this?" And I said, "No." I said, "No, you can't because I'm grandfathered in, and if I go to Disney again with Deb, I get free sodas
for like ever." So yeah, we are definitely going. We'll have to do that trip again.
So now we're gonna have to do Disney just so I can get free soda.
Yeah, we'll have to do that. Now that I know you still have it. I don't have it. Mine's departed.
Why is yours departed?
I think
you keep everything.
No, I took it with on a trip.
And you forgot.
I think I left it when I didn't. I do that. That's why I buy the Dollar Tree now.
They don't do them anymore.
No, I know. They're done differently. So
maybe Gail has one.
Probably not, because she was searching for shit for the white elephant, as we did yesterday. We had our little Christmas gathering. Like a little pigeon, and we do a sock yarn. So
for the rest of the world, because Indiana is the only place that I've ever been that calls it a pigeon. For the rest of the world, it's called a potluck.
Yeah.
But Indiana calls it a pitchin'.
Yeah.
Which to me sounds like a baseball term. Like the first year I was here, I'm like, "I'm sorry, guys, I don't play baseball." They're like, "What?" And I'm like, "I'm not good with, no, sports are not my thing." And they're like, "What are you talking about, Sue?" And I'm like, Pitching, you're pitching. No. And they're like, "Food, bring food." Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, that I can do, right?
Yeah. So yeah, potluck.
So we did that.
We do a white elephant. So it's at my place every year. And my
because
rules.
her house is like the cleanest and it's pretty centralized to everybody.
It's clean because we're never here and we don't have any tchotchke shit.
And it's laid out perfect. It's really meant for entertainment like that.
Yeah.
Because her living room, which someday we should turn this around so you can kind of get an idea, but it's like a nice
it's a big great
square.
room.
It's a big great room.
Yeah.
And she does, like you said, she doesn't have a lot of excess tchotchke. So nobody has to step around. She doesn't have to worry about people dripping over it as they walk through the room.
No. So over the years I've kind of refined this. So we do a white elephant and the rules are it has to be something that you no longer need, want, or desire in your home.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be knitting, crochet, or yarn related. And you can't spend any money on it. So
except Marcia broke that rule when she gave the yarn bag. She
didn't need, want, or desire it anymore, and she didn't spend any money on it.
But it was
it was kind of yarn related.
But it could be just a bag.
She gave a wooden spoon with it too.
Oh, true. That's perfect.
So
yeah,
it was fine.
Right, that's fine. So it's
fine.
kind of got it. Yeah.
So over the years we've had some fun ones, and now we're getting to the point where we're seeing white elephants come back.
Yeah.
Like we had 2 of them come back this year. This is one of them.
This is one of them.
She stole it because she wanted it. She wanted it.
Actually, I gotta.
And I'm when you stole it, I thought, Deb, what the hell? You don't clean because this is like a duster,
right?
But it's a fancy duster because it's got a diamond ring on and a pearl bracelet.
But I have a younger sister who's sort of like this one who gets rid of all the tchotchke stuff and hates tchotchke stuff. And I'm going to wrap it all up and
give that
gift the tour when we go down for the 16th. We go down for our Maddie's coming home, and so we're going down. But Sue came up with a great idea. I'm going to take glitter glue and just outline the edge, so it has
a little more bling.
So if anybody actually, whoever, I think Colleen got it last year from somebody, and
I want to say it was Sharon.
Anyway,
she wasn't here to defend herself this year.
So anyway,
and Marcia got the bicycle.
Yes.
So there's a bicycle.
I think that was from Colleen, wasn't it?
It was originally from Colleen.
So Marcia's like, well, this is going back next year. So
it's like a little table like statuesque bicycle that's beaded. Didn't she say she got it in like Morocco or something like that?
Yeah. It's and why she even went through the expense of
she has brought a light up Las Vegas sign.
Yeah. And Karen loved it. So Karen actually still has it in her house, in her room, and she plugs it in every once in a while. She hasn't been to Vegas for like 40 years, but she loves that sign. And it may be a collector's item someday.
Probably
are going to.
This year, this one brings this Men in Black like octopus thing that has a light, a magnifying glass, and a holder, and tchotchke things on the bottom. And of course,
it's an art light too.
It's an art light as well. But it seriously looks like something that came out of Men in Black.
Samantha loves my glove. Isn't this great? Anyway, and she's like her, no tchotchke shit. And I'm going to wrap it in a beautiful box and saying, here, this is kind of Christmas and thank you. And, just thought I'd share with you. And I'm going to make a big production when she opens it about how wonderful it is. And how I spared no expense.
Makes cleaning so much more fun.
And you can just, gift this to your cleaning lady. And then your cleaning lady can use this to clean. And then she can leave it to show you that, have you wash it, to show you that she dusted everything.
You're right.
See, now in my house, it would be dirty after I just walked in. I had to be careful taking it out of the box this morning because the dust was like going right to it.
Oh my God, too funny.
But, yeah. Mikey goes, what the hell is that? And he goes, never mind, I don't want to know. And look, it's got a thing. So you hang it
up. Well, you got to be able to hang up your duster rag.
Wherever it came from and whoever made this, it's amazing. So
it's awesome.
This is and I stole this from
my mother-in-law.
She had this it was cute, and I would have kept it because it was a reindeer music box Christmas thing, and it was her gift. So she got to steal something else. So then she stole from Connie, stole back the mug she got.
Yeah, because she wanted the mug.
Yeah, because she wanted the mug. Because she thought, gee, this isn't so bad.
This isn't a bad white elephant.
I'm sure after she saw the bag and and she was like,
You
oh,
wanted to steal that bag.
I did, but it's my sister's and I'll end up with it anyway because she'll forget.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm like, hey, I want to use that bag, and she'll just hand it to me because she won't have anything in it. But she may not.
I was
really
going to steal that yarn from you. We also, then we
did yarn.
We also do one skein of fingering yarn has to come from your stash.
Yes.
And it can't be like has cashmere in it or something. No, it's got to be regular plain sock yarn.
Sock yarn.
80-20
sock yarn. Yeah. And because we do this, and so
we have some people that like to one-ups.
I did.
So a couple of years, she'd bring like 45 skeins of yarn.
Well, this year I only brought 2. Some people got 2. Gail was like, I didn't get any. I said, that's
you have a whole stash.
I said, you can walk over anytime. She did do part of the yarn thing. Now, my sister, no offense or anything, because acrylic yarn is great. And I do love acrylic, but
Carly, like she said, I don't have much tchotchke stuff.
But
when I moved, I got rid of like everything. And, it takes me a hot minute to find something.
And most of the tchotchke stuff she's got in the house comes from me.
Hers.
It's yarn and knitting and
or it's your tchotchke shit. It's not even mine. So at any rate, I was like, and I've been really busy. Thank you for all the orders with the Etsy shop. I was like, it was a last minute thing. And I'm like, holy shit, I need to find a freaking white elephant.
Yeah, she did.
And I was like,
I
looked over and I went, I have that cooler and t-shirt. Essentially, I got a new employee gift at work after working there for 9 years.
That was really nice.
A cooler.
Well, they felt bad because the new employees get it.
A coffee cup.
Yeah, but the new employees get it, and they didn't want you to feel bad.
Yeah,
you weren't getting
so a little, lunchbox cooler with a coffee cup, a t-shirt, a sweat rag.
Yeah,
whatever.
All caniture.
All has caniture written all over it. I'm like, that's gonna be my white elephant gift. So Carly gets it, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is awesome!"
She thought it was awesome.
She had it all on, and Marsha took a photo, and I told Marsha she needs to send that to me.
So we can put it on Instagram. It was hysterical. And she put the t-shirt on and everything. She's like, you ain't stealing this, guys. So guess what? It's mine now. It's mine.
She's like, it fits. And I'm like, of course it fits me. It was ordered for me.
Well, yeah. But anyway.
Yeah.
It was fun. We had a good time. We laughed and we joked. And then, of course, Colleen said that she got it. And she said, yep, this is next year. So she just put it in. And the thing is, I would say the same thing. That would be, but I wouldn't be able to find it or remember it.
Marsha would be able to find hers.
Yeah, Marsha will be able to find hers. I
told her to give herself a reminder December 1st. Get your white elephant bicycle out.
There you go. And don't when you go and clean, because she's very organized with her yarn and her fabric, and she loves to cut out. And on the Felted Garden, Marsha, look at her bags; they're amazing. And she has a stack like this of cutout because she really likes to cut out.
She likes to cut.
Yeah. And
I told Carly, I said, you have to do
the worst. To do a switch.
I told Carly she has to make those 50 bags for the state thing.
I said, take them over to Marsha.
Take the fabric to Marsha. She'll cut them for you.
She'll cut them for you because Marsha does a great job and she likes to cut up. I hate it. That's the worst part of it. Oh my God. I weave an end before I like to cut out. I'm not a cutter outer. I just don't like it. I do it because I have to, because you can't just suddenly sew it and then do something with it.
And then,
And plus working with fabric that's this wide, on a sewing machine area that's like this, doesn't work very well anyway, but that's sidetrack. We digress. We'll go back to the yarn part. So we all give away a skein of yarn. And we can steal. That's a steal thing too. Mm-hmm. And I got this.
I was
number 1. And I got this. And
I almost stole it.
I got it because Karen put it in a really cool box, a Santa box. And I thought, oh my God, I can use the box and put some of my Christmas yarn in there. And then I know it's Christmas. Thinking, hey,
and there's only like 2 levels in that box anyway, so you wouldn't be able to see it all.
Yeah, so at least I don't even know where most of the Christmas stuff is. I actually did find 3 skeins that I had wrapped that you had. Their Lolo did it from 2018 or 19 or something like that. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, this is what I got. And I don't know where you got this, Karen. It's because you don't normally, must have gotten
Yeah,
it on
was that
things.
from Fort Wayne?
Could be. It's from rockandstringcreations.com. And it's called Neon Light Nights. Self-striping. Great. You know what it's going to be? Self-striping.
That's not self-striping.
That's what it says. Self-striping.
I call bullshit.
Okay, that's what it says.
But it's not.
Well,
I call bullshit.
Okay. It says self-striping.
Yeah,
So,
well, it says that, but
instead of a hat, even though I found a pom-pom in the bottom of my bag that we had decided wouldn't go with mine, would be perfect for this, I'll make my limp thumb mittens.
Do you have another pom-pom? Same color? Do you have 2?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I do.
Well, put pom-poms on your wrists.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that.
That'd be awesome.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
You remember back in like the 70s, 60s, and 70s where we always had a pom-pom on the back of our socks?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, no, they still do that with the golf socks.
You know why I think they?
You know why I stopped? I stopped with those because the socks are too short because they're like they follow the shoe. And I like my socks.
We need to bring the pom-pom back on the socks because my socks keep falling down into my shoe.
Yeah, that would keep them
That
from
keeps
doing
the pom-pom from going.
Yeah. Either that I can put a button on the back of your shoe and then put a piece of elastic on your sock. And then this way it wouldn't go any further.
Well, yeah, I like the pom-pom idea.
Well, we could
I need reason to use
yarn.
That's true. Not, and I have the little teeny tiny pom-pom maker.
And she makes the best pom-poms. I'm serious. She really does.
I think I'm going to start putting pom-poms on my socks.
I think that's a cute idea.
Why not? What the hell?
I think because shorter pants are coming back. They used to be drag on the ground until you stepped on
them. Well, I don't care if you
hole.
can see them. It's just my sock won't fall into my shoe. I'm constantly pulling my socks up.
That's true. I'm not usually pulling my socks out. I can't get them up that far because my calves are too
Leah's
fat.
socks were falling into my shoe. I need to put pom-poms on those.
Yep, gotta put pom-poms on it. So anyway, this is what I got. So if she doesn't think so, I guess I'll have her wind it and I can start a pair of limp thumb, which is my pattern, and which I'm going to redo anyway because I want to put it in limp thumb where it's an afterthought thumb, and then I also want to put it in so that you can make it with the thumb.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll just add that section. So if you want the thumb, you can use the separate color yarn, which is what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
When they do the self-striping, the only thing is you have to be really more careful. I have to think about that now. And I got to kick it.
You got to use your noggin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
Yeah, I don't have to use my noggin on this one.
Nope. That's what I love about
I've already got the pattern written. So.
And I love the muscle work for that. And I do. And I was looking for top down because, there's so many cool cowl patterns. And I don't wear cowls. That if I could adapt it to the number and do the cowl pattern, do the increases on the hat, get it to the point where it'd be stockinette, then do a pattern, and then and just do a ridge, like one repeat or whatever it is of the cowl pattern on the hat.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that would be something that's really cool.
As long as the stitch count works.
Yeah, same thing, because socks and mittens are very close in the same size. And I've been collecting socks. If you go on my Ravelry thing, you probably see about 6,000 patterns for socks. And that's one of the things I thought I would do. I would eventually put that, because they always have cool patterns on the socks. And I thought I could put them on the front of the mittens. And then do that. That's how the limp thumb came about. I mean, the added thumb came about because then you could do the pattern and then just those 6 stitches or 16 stitches. You don't have the pattern there, but you pick it up as you go around.
Right. Yeah.
So I could have these really cool mittens and then put my thumb in and it would be okay.
Well, I think you could do it with any stitch count.
Yeah.
Repeat.
Yeah.
As long as it worked.
Yeah.
On the top.
Yeah. And if it kind of
it wouldn't have to be a sock pattern.
No, but any stitch. But the socks are close to what a fingering.
Yeah.
A fingering thing. So that's what I was kind of thinking when I, so then, and then Carly stole it from me And then because I was number one,
She gets the
I got to steal it back.
Yeah, one
So
more
I
turn.
said, too bad. So sad. It's mine. And as you know, I'm not a digger into my stash. So I will probably use this right away.
I can't remember. I'm almost certain both of the yarns that I got were going to make it into my blanket.
Oh, right.
So I think I stuck them in my blanket bag.
And I had everything set up for the trip. And I made this bag for the trip. What I decided to do, and I got my little Bucky on here. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. I think Bucky needs a sweater. And they have those sweaters for ornaments. I thought Bucky can wear one of those. So I may make a sweater for Bucky. Anyway, I made this bag to take up with on the trip because the ship's going to be all decorated for the holidays. And I had all these Christmas shirts to wear every day. And I made this bag because then what I planned to do was then each project, the yarn would go in a plastic bag in my suitcase. But I wouldn't have to take all this other stuff with. And
for each one.
That takes up room and weight
and
stuff. And I could just take it out of the plastic bag and stick it in here from, bag to bag. And then this would be my one bag that I would have with me all the time, except for the traveling Musselburgh bag.
Yeah, but that's just
different. That's totally separate.
That doesn't have the whole.
Yeah, it does. It has everything in it, but it's real tiny. It's like the size of a ball of yarn like this.
Yeah.
And it's because it fits really well into my sack that I wear when we go on excursions.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't take up a lot of room. And then I sit on the bus and do my Musselburgh.
Yeah.
While we're
or
traveling
hat or whatever.
Or with a hat or
small little hat.
So anyway, I'm still working on Kisses by the Seashell, guys. I'm on number. Karen thought I'd only do
Kisses
10
by
rounds.
the Seashell.
It's Kisses by the Sea is what the name of it is.
Well,
that's what this one is. How do you like that?
Since we're talking about
the sea,
I put up a new mystery ocean
cute
pack. So they have fishies and shells and bigger shells.
Aren't they cute?
And
oh, I love the that jellyfish is so cute.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. And mermaids. Look.
Under the sea.
Yeah. So that's a mystery pack that was put up. You can get them any way you want.
Yeah.
Or mix it up.
That's really cute.
And
which you could get these to kind of go with it too.
You could. They blow out here, but they are powder blue.
A beautiful sea cloud
ocean
blue.
Or no.
Cloud gazer.
Cloud gazer is what we named them. Thank you, Carly, for the name suggestion.
Cloud gazer is really good.
So those are the two new things up in the shop this week. And more new things to come.
Yeah.
In the works. But back to yarn.
But this is, remember, I've been working on it for a while, and you've all seen it. Kisses by the Sea. I don't remember if I paid for the pattern or not, but it's there. And I'm on the border.
There on Ravelry.
Yeah. And I'm on the border, and you're supposed to do 20 rounds of this, right? 10 this way and 10 back. So 20.
Yeah, right.
And Karen said I'd do 10 and I'd get sick of it.
Yeah.
I was pretty sick of it at 10, but I decided I was going to show you were wrong. So at 12, I thought, maybe I'll stop here. No, I think 15 is good. Well, I'm done 13. And I'm thinking.
13 is an unlucky number.
Yeah, I'm going to do 15.
Or at least 14.
At least 14, and then count 15 as the bind off.
Right.
Because I think it's big enough. I don't want to draw attention to just the border. I want this to be, I want this to work in here. So anyway, that's what I've been working on. And this was going on the trip, but I had all set up to do mittens with my peppermint mocha that's going to start them at the airport this morning. So I think, and I told Mikey, I said, I'm not here. I said,
I was completely honest when I said
I'm seriously thinking about doing it.
I told her, I said, if you want to pretend like you're on vacation and just hang in my spare room this week, you are more than welcome.
Exactly. I may just kind of consider that.
If you do that, I am for sure
taking the week off. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'll have to do that. Well, tomorrow I'm going up to Mishawaka.
I mean, you have everything packed.
Right. I do. But I'm set for the Caribbean. It's all shorts and short sleeves.
I'll turn the heater up.
Okay. Well, I'm going up tomorrow to see my new great niece in Mishawaka. So I'll be going up there, and I may.
Is Mikey going with you? No, he's working.
No, he's working. And so I'm going to visit Rachel and Gianni and Sylvie. So nice.
How long are you going to visit for?
Just for the day. I'm just going up for the day, just for a couple hours. She goes to work next week, and then I'll be back. And then Tuesday afternoon, I know. Now, Monday and Tuesday, we'd be at sea. So he doesn't get anything out of me. And, no housework, no nothing. Don't even expect
no contact.
It. No.
He can't even contact you because you're at sea.
Well, yeah, at sea, I would be texting him.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'd be texting him. So I can text him. Mm-hmm. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we hit stops. And most of them were in the morning, because most of them were like 7 to 4 or 9 to 5 or whatever. So I told him I'll do stuff around the house in the morning. But at noon, I'm going downstairs and I'm parking my ass in front of the TV and I'm going to knit or I'm going to do whatever I want. So don't expect me to do any housework. And I expect dinner to be ready because I just go to dinner and there it is. So you better figure out what it is. You can write it out. He goes, I said, and he goes, what are you mad at me for? It was your dumb brother who got pancreatitis, not me. And I'm like, yeah, but you were all like, you better cancel. You don't want to fly home. What if he gets sick again? Wait, because he watches my sister's dog. And her dog is not kennel. He's crate trained, but not kennel trained. And he hasn't been boarded since he was a puppy when she adopted him. She's always had somebody with him in the house. And he'd do fine.
He would be fine.
Gail is going through withdrawal. She's going to do the first trial when we go down to my sister's for Christmas on the 16th. And so she's putting the dog in.
She wants to know, is that a Hohi Locatelli pattern?
I don't know, but let me check. I'll let you know. Hold on, Reed. Well, while I'm babbling here and it's still in my brain about my sister.
Or at least I think that's what you're asking.
Yeah. Anyway, she's having like fits because she's going to be putting him away for 2 days as a trial. Yeah. You know what? You were right, Elaine. That's really good. It is a Hohi Locatelli. Look at it. Kisses by the Sea.
By Hohi Locatelli.
Yeah. Here, wait. It's not on the front page. I found it on the back. Where does it say her name?
It's her picture. It's her.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know she was her own. See, like here it says at
so
Hohi Knits.
Yeah, I can attest to the fact that Hohi's patterns are on her own website as well. So if you are not a Ravelry person, she has her own website. So
and I probably would have done it.
And I think Hohi and there's a couple others. I'm almost certain that Hohi is one of them where on her website the pattern is cheaper than on Ravelry.
Yeah.
But Ravelry takes their cut. So I understand that they're when it's on their own website that
yeah, I do too. I mean, I have a few of them that are that way. And the thing is I will go, I'm a Ravelry user. I'm a free person if they're free. And I kind of look at it thinking, yeah, I might do it. So I'll put it in my thing. And I go through it every day. It's my morning routines. I get up, I play games, I do my emails. Then I get on Ravelry. It's the last thing I do and go through the patterns. And I don't buy as much. Sorry, guys, I really don't. But I sign up for everybody's newsletter when I find something. So then
then you're buying yarn.
Then I buy. But then I have to download them to the computer, like when you get them from Knitpick. And I forget because I keep changing how he does that. And that keeps getting screwed up with my dumb high-tech person husband that's supposed to be taking care of it, making it easy for me. And then they do it. I used to put it in PDFs, and now it doesn't go to PDFs because Acrobat changed their thing. So now it goes into something else, and it just drives me insane. So anyhow, I've tirade that enough. I was going to talk about nipple rings today. We never even got on that subject.
Back to yarn. I can't remember. So this one brought 2 skeins out of her stash for everybody except Gail.
Last year, I think, and your mom. And
my mom. My mother-in-law doesn't knit or crochet, so
but she does beautiful.
She does cross stitch.
Yes, she does. Yeah. And I told her, I said, I have tons of that. And she sort of lightened up about that. So I thought, okie dokie. I know who I can pass some of that on to.
So I think this is the one. That I got in our exchange where we brought a skein. I think this is the one. Because I said, oh, I like this one. Yes. And then I went, oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I'm like, oh, never mind. I don't like this at all. It's terrible. I'll just put it underneath my, nobody will want this one. But this is from Simply Sock.
I think it was her sock, a small batch group.
Right.
And I think it came from one of their 3-month sock sets.
Right,
I think that's what it was.
Okay. But yeah, teal, hot pink, white, yellow. Nice. I'm pretty sure it's going to go into my blanket.
Oh, I think so. I think it's necessary.
Not quite sure, but pretty sure. And then
that's a big one.
No, it's just
it's just right.
Lady Men, Showstopper, No Good Deed. Was this the one that I got in the exchange?
That's the exchange. That one came from me.
This one's the exchange because this one came from Karen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and that's another one.
Another Simply Sock.
Actually, maybe no. This is the one you got in the exchange because I was going to take it from you.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Savvy Skeins. I think that came from. Anyway. Yeah.
Whatever. I ended up with 3 new, and all 3 of them.
Maybe you took it from the table.
Could go.
This could be from the table too. We had a table that we put.
No, I took one from the table, but it's kind of peachy.
Oh, okay.
But I figured peachy is close enough to pinky that it could go into my blanket. Y'all, I'm talking about my blanket. It will end up being a king size blanket. And I don't even want to imagine how many skeins of yarn will be in it. But my friends have contributed lots of fiddle bits and
I haven't.
Blah, blah, blah.
But she could take from my stash over here. Our stash here. So, I mean, that's probably where it came. I mean, some of her pink might have come there, but I didn't give her any of mine.
I don't even want to venture to guess how many skeins of yarn will be in there, but it's 2 fingerings held double. Yeah. I mean,
Colleen is doing 3 fingerings.
Colleen's doing 3 fingerings in crochet.
And she's doing amazing.
Loving it. And I am so happy that she's loving doing it.
Yeah, me too. If nothing else, it's a great thing when she finishes this one, as she keeps continuing to knit, it's something she can just stick in there, start another one and set it aside and go back to it at any given time when you in between projects or things like that. Because I have to admit right now, I didn't start the mittens because I figured, that's perfect for the trip. And what better thing to make on a trip to the Caribbean? A winter hat and some mittens. I mean, it's just,
Right.
The other thing is,
but at least they're small and it's not a big, heavy, it's not a big shawl on. And it's not a big shawl sitting on your lap and you're in 85 degrees.
Right. And we're 5 days. We had 5 stops. So I wasn't going to do as much knitting as I would like when we go to Hawaii, and it's 5 days to get to Hawaii. So that would even, that's even better because then you're just, doing your thing. So anyhow.
So Tammy says, full-size blanket crocheted fingering held double, 13 miles.
Oh my God.
For my son. And mine's going to be for a king-size bed.
Oh my God. Tammy.
Crocheted. Yeah. Lots of yarn.
Which is like almost sad when you think about how much we actually had to be able to do that.
I'm just going to weigh it. I'm going to weigh the blanket.
Yeah, because you got to figure that a
lot of mine, the beginning of mine were small bits of
they're 100 grams. And then you can convert the grams to pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, because I think most of the time it's 4 ounces. I think it's like 25 grams to an ounce or something like that, somewhere in that vicinity.
You could knit a bikini.
Yeah, right. Do you know how many skeins I would need? I would need your 13 miles, Tammy's 13 miles to make one. And I'm tiny now, but you got to get the sag in. And that's
there's a lot that you have to get around all of the sag.
You do. And I mean, do you know how many wrap and turns we would have to do to make the excess stuff,
Oh my
gosh. I think Sharon's daughter did make her
German short rows. You're putting German short rows in your bikini.
That's pretty. And what do you do when you get the water? It stretches.
Oh my
so
God.
you're like showing Ellie, that would be hysterical. Could you imagine walking along the boat and doing, you're like sashaying? First off, you don't want to look at these thunder thighs. They'd get up and go, oh my gosh, she's got a freaking bikini on and those thunder thighs with all this saggy, ripply, rubbly, old looking skin. And then as you get out of the hot tub, you'd have to reblock it when you took it off. You'd take it downstairs.
Well, you wouldn't make it with wool. You would make it with acrylic.
Yeah, but still, it would still sag out. Even with acrylic, it still stretches out. I wore a swimming suit on the one cruise. In fact, Ellie, I think it was the Norway cruise. I wore a swimming suit that was like 3 sizes too big, and I put my head back in the thing, and my boob floated out. It's a good thing I had more bubbles over it, but it was floating on top. And I thought, holy shit.
Stop farting.
Yeah. Sometimes it doesn't cover the smell. You think it would, but it doesn't. And the thing is it always turns off when you fart on the hot tub.
Of course. Right as
it's shut off and it's gone settling and you're on your way over to restart it. And all of a sudden and you're like, I didn't do that.
Wasn't me.
You just hope that there's a guy in there that you can just give him the sidelong look and look at some other person and go, like it's him, because guys do that all the time. Except my mother did that all the time when she got older.
She would blame him.
No, she'd walk and all of a sudden, that's how you could find her a lot of times.
Oh.
She's over in a different aisle and you hear this.
Green.
And you hear that.
The walking farts.
Yeah, the walking farts.
The walking farts.
Yeah. As you get older, you do that quite more often. But I did mention that I was going to talk nipple ring the other day, this morning. I heard it on my book that I'm listening to. And they were talking about.
Are you thinking about getting nipple ring? Like what? What?
Why would you?
I have no idea.
I'm serious, but I thought about it. I did. I thought, well, nobody plays with them anymore. So I thought maybe that would be one way to make kind of a reason to.
Well, are you going to put a ring in it and then a hook up top? So you.
What about that? How exciting is that, guys? I could put it in and then at least I could get it to where it's supposed to be. Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's a cool idea.
Oh my
God! Into a tattoo shop of places where they do that.
Could you put a hook up here and a ring down there,
so I can put it, or a button so that I can just kind of hook it. So, oh my God, that would be so cool. At least they'd stay in place. The thing is after a while, I wear these things. I do have to readjust them, guys. Because I look like I get a uni boob by the end of the day. So, I do have to come back.
Tori talks about the uniboob.
Oh yeah, you get that.
Where if you wear like a sports bra thingy, they end up squishing to the middle.
But the thing is in a sports bra, because you can get them to squeeze so that you don't get a black eye when you're working out.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose of that.
Tori would wear a regular bra.
Yeah.
And then a sports bra on the top.
Right. I double duty. I had one, and then I had the sports bra, and then I would wear like shapewear that was 2 sizes too small. You just see me trying to get in to even do more to kind of keep them there. And even then, you still had the movement. It just drives me crazy. And I feel for the women who go out there and they just have the regular sports bra, and you can tell it's like, hey, you need to strap those buggers down. They're not helping your stretch marks later on. Let me tell you, it's whatever. So anyway, I gotta just, I gotta deal with it.
So now you need to find a tattoo parlor that'll do
they
nipple
were
ring
about
and
that.
a hook.
Yeah, they were talking about it on the book because I thought about it. It's J.D. Rob's In Death series. I don't know if you ever listened. It starts in Naked. She's got like 50 books. It's the same couple. They're very well done. Very well done. It's set in the future, but not futuristic. And, you know, she's a cop who was abused as a child, and she has no clue about daily, everyday saying things. And so, like this one is Holiday in Death. I thought it was appropriate. So and he put a really nice partridge in a pear pin on the person thing. And she didn't even know the 12 days of Christmas. She had no clue. Well, why did anybody give you, that's a dumb gift. Why would somebody give you a partridge, a bird in a tree? What the hell? Why would you give a gift like that? She just can't, she doesn't think though. She's like straight and narrow cop mind. Okay.
Right.
So they were talking about buying on screen because they were in a shopping mall because this girl had been shopping the day before. So they're trying to figure out if maybe somebody stalked her, who killed her, the guy who killed her. And so we're talking about on-screen shopping. And I thought, oh, they just changed the name from online shopping. And she's right. Why would anybody go? Because I used to search for parking spots at Christmas time in the mall. And I drove by the church this morning. And everybody's going to church in Christmas time because it's probably something going on. And happy Hanukkah, because it's first Hanukkah started this week. I think.
Does it start?
Oh, no, it starts on the 8th. No,
sorry,
it starts on the 8th. Sorry. So on Friday, happy Hanukkah, first day to our Jewish community.
Our Jewish crew.
Yeah. And anyway, I just thought the correlation between screen shopping, and this is set in like 2058.
Okay. Yeah.
After the urban wars, which started in the 20s, which is right where we're headed, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That and banana cream pie will get you $1. Okay.
If you sell the pie.
If you sell the pie, you got to give me the pie, you know. So, because, never mind. So, anyway, I was just trying to see how good, and this is J.D. Robb is Nora Roberts, and you've heard Nora Roberts. Everybody's heard of Nora Roberts' book. Yeah. She writes great romance novels, and
they're okay at best.
Yeah, I like them. They're quick and easy, and they're predictable. They meet, they hate each other. They kind of have to get in a conflict where they help each other. They fall in love. They fall out of love, and then they fall back in love. So you kind of know the whole story scheme. So if you're really into your knitting, you're not going to miss anything.
You know.
Whereas if you're listening to, like, the last one I was listening to was Lee Child, Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
If you're not into it, you wonder, how did Reacher get there? Then you have to go back and kind of figure out where he was. Whereas with Nora Roberts and these in-depth ones, I can fall asleep and then have it going in my ears and still be able to know where, you know, you haven't really lost too much. You can figure it out. Not to diminish the type of book, because if you need to get back into reading, that's the thing you go back to. Mm-hmm. Because it reads fast. It'll get you back into reading. I don't do as much reading.
I haven't read a book
in forever.
I
I listen to them all the time. I mean, constantly listen to them, but I'm not a big sit down and read it because I can't do this or so with reading.
Yeah.
I can knit and read at the same time, but I read a sentence and then I do 3 stitches and then I'm like, okay, where am I at? Oh, there. And, so I go back and forth. So anyway.
Why did you have to say Jack Reacher?
Because I like Jack Reacher. That's why I had to say it. I think Jack Reacher's pretty cool. Except I'm not really a big fan on the Amazon because he's a little too bulky. And Tom Cruise is a little too short. He's more of the build, but Jack Reacher is like 6'5" and lanky. And Tom Cruise is muscular, but smaller. But he's short.
Yeah, he's not 6'5".
He's not 6'5". So you kind of have to work with that a little bit.
The series is okay.
The series is good. But
and you have the taller guy.
Yeah, but that was the whole first episode. That was a whole episode. And that wasn't even the first book. Because the first book takes place in Indianapolis, guys. So anyway, it took them like 7 episodes to get to the end of the story. No, you need to do those a little bit quicker. because then you could have a couple more. You could do 2 books. There's like 45 books out there, guys. You got a lot to do. Yeah. And I'm not big on, and no, since I'm ranting, I'll just keep ranting. The same thing with Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan. In the original series, and I know they've done Shadows Guy with Chris Pine, who I think did pretty good. Okay. He said he didn't, but I think he did a pretty good Jack Ryan. To me, it'll always be Harrison Ford, because I just think Harrison Ford plays the president, and now he's president of the United States in a later series. Yeah. He goes into politics. How you like that? Jack Ryan goes from a CIA analyst to politics. Not a big step, but the hell. So anyway, he's but I'm not a big fan of Tom Clancy's, of the Prime's version of it, because they have him doing much more rock'em sock'em, like going out and doing more rock'em sock'em. And I know he was a Marine, and I know he went to West Point. I mean, Annapolis. Sorry, cross that over. Sorry, Army, Navy, Marine people. He went to Annapolis, but that was a long time ago. So anyway, the stories that I can tell about these books. And then I get in these books and you're listening to it and you're like, wait a minute, you didn't do that.
Do you ever, when you start listening to a book,
Yes.
when you get the Audible books,
Right.
do you ever not listen? Do you ever stop listening to a book because you can't stand the person's voice?
Very, very rare. Because usually I'm one of these that.
Will you look for a book just because you know the narrator is really good?
No. I go in a series. And if I don't like the first one, I sometimes give the second one if it's somebody I can't stand the way they read it. Especially now these authors think that they can be the writer as well as the person reading it. And you're like, no, stick to writing. And because you can tell they forget, they're not trained, and they forget that they use this voice for the little lady down the street. Oh, that's a bit. I'm going to put it in my pocketbook. That's Grandma Mazur. So January Lavoie does Janet Ivanovich. But the only thing is, if you hear January Lavoie in another book, someplace else, like Sue Modolinsky's book, you immediately go back to Stephanie Plum, because that's what works in the head. Same thing with Susan Erickson does J.D. Robb. So, they pick up, they do really good. And a lot of times they have the same Dick Hill. They do the same series over and over. They kind of contract them. There's one lady out there, and if she never watches this, if you've ever watched The Real Housewives of Orange County, Heather Dubrow, she was an actress. She would be amazing because she very, very distinct enunciation. She would be really good because you have to be able to enunciate words correctly and not boringly, because that's what some of them do, because they'll
I hate that.
When they talk on there and they have a word they don't necessarily know, they kind of sound it out while they're giving you the discussion of the book, and it drives me insane.
I think I need to look for it, but I think Benedict Cumberbatch does.
He's great.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh my God.
I think he does. I need to find it.
And
if that's the case,
I love him. He's in Star Trek.
Oh yeah, but could you imagine him reading?
He played Khan.
Can you imagine him reading Sherlock Holmes?
Yeah, he does.
Be awesome.
He's amazing. I love him.
Be awesome.
I think besides I love his name.
Right. But I want something like James Earl Jones to read me.
Yeah, but I would see Darth Vader. Every time I hear him, when he does the Arby's commercials, I think, why is Darth Vader? I thought Darth Vader didn't eat. I thought, he just zapped it from the microwave or teleported it from someplace. I didn't know they had Arby's in Star Wars a long, long time ago, far, far, far away.
In a galaxy far, far away. That's where Arby's came from.
Well, maybe that's how it got here. So it could be from them. So who knows?
Right.
But I see him and I hear, to me, and even though he was the voice of Lion King.
Yeah, he was.
But
Mufasa.
I see Darth Vader. because I'm a big
You're
fan.
a Star Trek.
I'm a Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Trek is Spock. Live long and prosper. See, that's Star
Nanu
Trek.
Nanu.
Yeah. No, that was Robin Williams. I'm like,
Mork and Mindy.
God, I have work to do, guys. I just have so much work to do. You know, what am I gonna say?
Who would another they could? Oh, I would love Johnny Depp to read anything because he would give you a different freaking voice for almost anything.
His voice, yes. I don't care to watch him in movies.
Oh well, yeah, whatever.
I don't care for the look of him, and I'm not a Will Ferrell did one or was on something once with somebody else, and I don't care for the ones where they have the women doing the women speaking and the guy doing the guy speaking.
You don't like those books?
No, I like it when they switch the voices around. When they change them.
When one person changes their voice.
Like, January.
Because that's how it would be in your head. When you're reading a book and you know that there's dialect going on.
Yeah.
It's your voice doing a guy's voice.
Right. And when you listen to some of them, like with Jenny Ivanovich, if I read her book in my head, I hear Grandma Masser. And the voice that she does for Ranger, babe, is like so cool, and I keep imagining it. And they did do One for the Money. Katherine Heigl played Stephanie Plum, and they did do the story, and it was on okay, but that's now how I pictured everybody. So I'm so glad they haven't done the in-depth ones yet, because the guy's name is Rourke, and he's Irish, and he's got blue eyes and dark hair, and she's tall and he's tall, and I picture him totally different. And Gail's kind of says, that's kind of how I picture her. I said, oh no, that's not how I picture him at all. So we mention that every once in a while. So as we've gotten, I never did get to my nipple ring story. Now I don't remember what the nipple ring was all about.
I don't know. You started talking about it and then you started talking about
I came
books.
through it. It was funny because I heard about it and I saw the book. I was listening to it this morning and I thought, well, yeah, on screen, they do screen shopping in 2058. We do online shopping. Why go to a mall? Because she's bitching about finding a parking place. And in 2058, they have like 6 levels. Each parking spot on each level has like 6 parking spots. So each parking spot, you go vertical and park on top of somebody. Mm-hmm. And so very futuristic, kind of like there. So I was thinking, yeah, that's kind of how I got, well, the pandemic didn't help. But that's how I got to online shopping. Before the pandemic, I did a lot of gift cards because same situation. Can't find a parking place by the time I go, except I was retired and not working, but I go to breakfast and then I go shopping when they open the mall. So I was there like right when it opened. So that
I haven't been in a mall in years.
Oh, I haven't either. I'm just not a mall shopper. And I'm an online Temu. I do have a credit, so I do have to use that up. And now that we're going in January, I probably should get Valentine's shirts for that ship. And we're going in March, so I should probably look for Shamrock.
Shamrock.
Yeah.
St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day. And then in May, we're going to Bermuda, so I should probably look for red, white, and blue for America because you have Memorial Day. I think I should do that from now on with my cruises. I said with Temu, it makes it really easy to get really, I like these is one of 6 and it was only like $22 for the whole order. I mean, even if I'm not this size next year, I can just donate them and someone's going to have a really cool Christmas shirt, like
with Nomies on it.
With Nomies on it. So anyway, I digress and we'll go ahead and let you guys get started. And thank you for 11:15 in Australia on Monday. Now you settled it thing at night. I appreciate that. And you're live.
Same day.
Tomorrow.
No, she said Sunday.
Okay, so she's on Sunday. So she's on this side.
Didn't she say Sunday?
No, she said Monday. They're a day ahead. They start New Year's.
Shit, I thought she said Sunday.
On the 31st of December, you have to be up at midnight so that you can see. Well, actually, it's like 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. It'll tell you. Look it up on the internet. And you can watch Sydney blow up because they do the bridge.
Carly even said no Sunday.
Oh, I thought she said Monday.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it starts. Maybe she's in the part of Australia that's. See, they have the Dateline situation.
But that's still.
We just have an hour.
She's still 12 hours ahead of us.
I mean, she has an hour. We only have an hour difference. When I go up to see, he goes up to his sister.
Right.
There's an hour. That would be like a day. They'd have to go around it. I have to get my phone out and check this out. I have to work on that. That'll give me something to do today because I'm supposed to be on a plane, and in a few minutes, I'm supposed to be 45 minutes.
40?
I'm supposed to be landing in Fort Lauderdale. The whole week I'm going to be doing this. I should have been sitting on the Sky Lounge knitting by now. What the hell am I doing this stuff? Oh, we would be out on the beach doing a city drive.
Finding seashells.
I'd be doing the can things, you know. I'm going to be doing it all week. He's probably going to be like, I should have told her to go by herself. I should have just let her go by herself. It'd be fine. You were the one that told me not to go by myself. He goes, what are you going to do if you're bored after 5 days? You can't come home.
You get bored. You'll have half the ship like surrounding you because you'll do karaoke.
No, I've never done it. Never. Never done it. But I did buy the 3 cards. The only thing they haven't refunded was the 3 deal or no deal cards. Because they were $25 for 3 cards. I had no idea how the game plays on the ship, but it's a big thing. Bingo's not as big anymore. Deal or no deal is the big thing on the ships. And I bought 3 cards, but they didn't give me my $25 back for that. Yeah, little butts. But they did give me the money back for everything else so far. Even put the points back into my account. So I guess I'm happy. I guess that'll work. So
yeah,
whatever. So it worked. Celebrity was great. They just canceled it. My brother got pancreatitis. I don't know if I told you that was in the hospital. We figured a relapse. And you know what? He's at home. He went home Friday. Feeling fine. Sleeping good. Yeah. And here I am. I should have looked up to say, okay, you can fly home from St. Martin or you can fly home from Barbados if you have to, you know, and just give her those options. And then she could have gone with me for a couple of days and then sent her home. But because we're here, he's going to be fine. If we left, he'd end up getting his gallbladder out. He's like, maybe you guys could go away for a couple of days so they schedule it. Because you know what they're going to do. They're going to put him on the schedule. And it's going to be like the 10th of January. And we leave on the 20th of January. And he's going to have complications that we're going to have to. I think I'm going to go down. Anyway, I'm doing that one anyhow. I'm going to go to Hawaii no matter what. Even if I have to pay for it. I'm doing it. I'll even. And that's 15 days by myself. Can you imagine those poor people on that ship? 15 days with me.
Okay, we're gonna let you guys go.
We're gonna go. Happy Hanukkah on Friday.
Yep.
And we'll be here next Sunday. It's only the 10th, and then it's the 17th, and then we'll kind of decide what we're gonna do for the holidays because
the Etsy shop is 10% off, so
you can get your mysteries under the sea.
Take advantage of it. That everything is 10% off. So
that's wonderful.
The entire shop.
The entire shop.
Get it while supplies last.
She showed us those cloud gazers yesterday and asked us what we thought the name would
be.
The
name should be.
And so we kind of came up to it. And I told her this morning, I said, just thought I'd tell you that you're too short.
Yeah. They fell into her knitting bag.
They jumped out of that. And I put them back in the cup and they jumped out again. And I think they kind of wanted to be part of the Under the Sea. So maybe that was it. They thought maybe they were going to get to there. But anyway, so I finally said, I got to put these back in the container, and they were in my pocket. And I said, oops, I have no idea which bundle they're in. So yeah. On that note, happy Sunday, happy football days, happy everything. And we will be in touch next week.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. And you know what? It's not a touchscreen, so don't even bother telling me that because I figured it out myself. Except I really didn't.
It only took 171 episodes.
You were really on it today when it comes to the fact that